Today I'm making a Dulce De Leche cake for a dinner party I have. I'm starting off with measuring the ingredients for the Genoise sponge. In a bowl, I'm combining the eggs and sugar and honey. I'm just going to be whisking them up together, and then I'm going to heat this over a double boiler on the stove. I have a pot with simmering water. I'm putting the bowl with the eggs and sugar over it. And I'm just gonna whisk it until this mixture hits about 110 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm making sure to whisk constantly because I don't want any of my eggs to curdle or to clump up. As soon as it hits 110 degrees, I'm going to be placing it into a stand mixer and whipping that up. I'm whipping these eggs on high speed until it becomes nice and fluffy. It should about triple in volume and become a really beautiful light cream color. You'll know the batter is done when you can draw ribbons with the batter on top as it's dripping down. Once it gets to that point, I'm going to be whisking this batter on low for a couple of minutes because I want all of those air cup bubbles to be completely incorporated. I want my batter to be fully homogeneous and smooth with no big air bubbles on top. It should look shiny and silky. And you'll see what I mean by those ribbons. You should have like lines forming on the batter and it should hold its shape for a minute. The other way that you can check if the batter is at the stage that you want it is if you stick a toothpick in the batter. The toothpick should stand straight up. I'm sifting in my flour and cornstarch, and I'm going to be folding this in. This Genoise sponge recipe is from Hanbit Cho. I'm going to be linking his video down in the description box. I think he thoroughly explains all of the techniques and gives little pointers to be able to create a perfect sponge cake. Here I'm going to be adding the milk and melted butter and vanilla extract. But first I'm going to be tempering it, which means I'm taking a little bit of batter, putting it into the container with the milk butter, and combining that. And once all of that is combined, adding it to the rest of the batter. We're doing this so that the milk and butter, that liquid, doesn't shock the batter and it's easier to fold in and incorporate. Once everything is fully folded in, I'm pouring it into a prepared pan. It just lined with parchment paper, and I put butter and flour on it. This is a 6 by 6 inch cake pan. I'm tapping it once on the counter to get rid of any big air bubbles on the top, and I'm putting it into a oven that is preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Here I'm making my whipped cream frosting, which is whipped cream, confectioner sugar, and mascarpone cheese. This you're basically putting everything in the mixer and whipping it all up together. I like to keep an eye on it. Mascarpone cheese, when it's whipped too much, it can become really grainy and gritty, so you never want to overmix this frosting. I like to mix it on a low to medium speed, and once it's very close to getting to the consistency I want, I'll finish whipping it by hand. I'm just taking a spatula and getting this cake out. Pog. I'm just cutting this cake in half. I'm doing a 2-layer cake, nothing crazy. I've brushed one of my cake layers with a brown sugar and pistachio syrup, and now I'm placing a layer of that whipped cream frosting. This is a Dulce De Leche pastry cream that I'm filling the cake with. It's basically a 1-to-1 ratio of Dulce De Leche and French pastry cream, and I folded in some pistachios. I'm putting the lid onto the cake. And I am covering the whole cake with that beautiful whipped cream frosting. This is, I think, my 3rd time trying to make a Genoise sponge. And I want to say that this is the best one that has come out. I was actually really happy with this cake. I think that it could have used a little bit more syrup and a little bit more time in the fridge. I literally made this the day of the dinner, so I was cutting it pretty short. If you really like really light, not too sweet cakes, this frosting is really good. This sponge is really good. I really didn't know what I was doing here. I had absolutely no vision, but I was like, oh well, orange is a really cute color, so I went with like an orange coral, and blue goes really well with that, so Just kind of placed a few dollops and took a spoon to it. I think it turned out cute. She's a vibe. It's like a watercolor, impressionist, artsy thing going on, you know? I thought I was missing something, so I added a couple of blue stars. And that's pretty much the finished cake. I'm actually really proud of myself for this one. I thought it turned out really well and it actually came out really cute. So yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful, amazing day. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!